Part of the reason this project took longer than it needed to is with most projects around here, analysis paralysis. You start researching something, you think you know what you want, and then you realize that there's about 15 more options that you haven't even considered. When all the dust settled and it came down to the final components of this whole install, I was trying to decide on which couplings to use. Couplings should be one of those things that is fairly self-explanatory. It's just something to quickly attach and detach tools. Before, most of the stuff I've used in the shop was the IM standard. They have automotive standard and about 4 or 5 other standards. We're not going to get that in depth in this. You can go research that on your own if you'd like to know more information about the style of couplings offered. But one thing became fairly prevalent that was out there in the marketplace, and that was these new high flow couplers. The argument can be made either or, whether you just want to upsize your lines or upsize your fittings, in which direction you would want to go, and I'll probably make an entire separate video on this topic as well. Ultimately, the decision came down to 2 very obvious choices out there on the forums and all the internet searching that I did over the past couple days. One is the Milton high flow V-style color fit. This is the purple, but it's simply the Milton high flow V style of coupler. The other option was the Prevost green high flow style. You'll see that in a lot of paint booths and paint shops and more industrialized OSHA approved type settings where they have to have that style of coupler. So when it came time to decide which one I was going to use, I decided why not both. So we're going to try out both of these and hopefully give you some insight on which ones you may want to use for your shop and why. So this is the Milton Color Fit High Flow Pro. This is a 14-piece kit. It comes with 4 of the female threaded quick connect couplers on the male side and then 6 of the male threaded male quick connects. It comes with 4 of the actual quick connect couplers, 2 of them male and 2 of them female. I think each one of these kits were around $18 to $20 on Amazon. They're fairly good value. Unfortunately, most of this stuff is made in China. So in that regard, Milton used to be a very high quality brand name industrial style fitting and coupler, and like most things in America, it gets shipped off to China to be made. So the quality in these style fittings, and especially the Milton brand in general, has gone downhill in the past couple years. But don't let that deter you. Again, they're only about $18 to $20 for the entire kit. I got 5 of those kits to have plenty on hand in case air fittings for me and what I do here, just as a DIY, garage shop, garage, whatever you want to call it, is just one of those things where I buy a lot of air tools from time to time, and most of the time when I get a new one, I don't have a coupler or a fitting to attach to it, so I have to go to the store or buy one with it as I'm purchasing the tool. I wanted enough of these on hand to where I can kind of predict in the future how many tools I'm going to need and what style of fitting I'm going to use. So I have plenty on hand for any kind of tool that I purchase, and since I'm replacing all of these fittings at once with the high flow style, I have enough to basically replace all the tools I have on hand currently and outfit them in the future with anything I decide to buy later on. Each of these 14-piece kits comes with 2 of the female style threaded female connectors, 2 of the female style male threaded connectors, 4 of the female threaded male style connectors, and 6 of the male threaded male style connectors. Each one of these kits were around $18 on Amazon, and you might be able to find them on sale for even cheaper. Now, comparing the Milton V style of fitting to, say, the Husky, which is a brand at Home Depot, or the Merlin, which is a high flow brand at Harbor Freight, and I believe the Cobalt has their own brand as well over there at Lowe's, and there may be more around any kind of retail marketplace that you can find. Most of those are going to be aluminum fittings. They are not durable. They're very cheaply made, just as cheaply made as these, except the materials are even cheaper. Again, as I said before, Milton shipped off to China as far as most of this stuff is concerned here. So these are made in China fittings. The quality is yet to be determined. However, there's many home users that rave about this style. One nice feature is it's just a push to connect. It's a one-handed operation. You don't need to pull back the release sleeve prior to fitting the tool into it. Now it does shoot it out, and some people may not prefer that. But one thing that is worth mentioning is they say these are steel. Again, the rest of them, the whole thing's going to be anodized aluminum. They're not going to hold up to the abuse even in a normal home shop. I don't know about you, but I abuse my tools. I try to take care of my stuff, but things just end up getting dropped, slid, thrown around. Maybe not thrown on purpose, but they just get moved around sometimes very abruptly. These things are made of steel, so one way we're going to check that is with a magnet. And as far as I can tell, the only thing that is made of steel is the actual quick connect coupler itself. As you can see, it does get attracted to the magnet. The actual male side of the coupling is unfortunately aluminum. So again, these probably won't hold up to severe abuse. If you're in an industrial type shop, you may just want to opt for a 3/8 style fitting in the industrial standard IM style. You can see the differences in flow. Again, the size of the holes. This is a typical 1/4 inch IM fitting sold at Home Depot or Lowe's or Harbor Freight. This one's actually a Merlin brand. It's a brass fitting. And this one is the Milton Color Fit High Flow Pro V style. And you can see how much bigger the actual hole is. They're both 1/4 inch MPT threads on the other side. And just to show you again the difference between the easy push connect, it's already sprung back in the open position, and all you need to do is just push it on. This cannot be accomplished with a normal style, and these are the style fittings that I'm actually replacing in the shop. As you can see, the collar is already flush. It will not go in unless you pull back the collar first and then push it in. And again, still spring loaded exit. So normally it's a two-handed operation, tool in one hand and the coupler in the other. If you're wondering if you need to change out to these high flow fittings in your shop from the typical 1/4 inch IM fittings, the answer is probably no. In most cases, this fitting flows enough for whatever the task you're doing. The exception being high demand consumption style tools such as HVLP guns, impact guns, impact wrenches, and or sandblasting cabinets. So that's the only reason I'm changing them out, and I figure if I'm changing them out, I might as well change all of them. I don't want to intermix tools with these style of fittings to those style of fittings. I'm doing this all in one go, and that's really the only reason. Do I need it? Probably not. Do you need it? Probably not. These things are priced accordingly. These things are dirt cheap. They're available everywhere. I got these for a little bit more than what these cost. And honestly, if you were going to look at replacing these style of fittings, it'd be more beneficial instead of going with a high flow. Back in the day, there used to not be high flow. There used to just only be 1/4 inch fittings or 3/8 inch fittings, which have that size of hole in them. The only difference is they have 3/8 style threads. I didn't want to switch all my hoses to 3/8 and just create a whole nother situation there with fittings and or reducers or couplings of that sort. So I opted to go with the high flow. I'm more than well aware that I'm paying for more marketing and not necessarily function over form compared to a 3/8 style coupler. These things are a little bit smaller in diameter and length than a 3/8 style coupling, and they're a little bit lighter. Not that it matters, but These things are fairly heavy. The 3/8 style fittings on the IM standard are even larger. They're bigger in circumference and in length. I don't have any on hand, and I'm not going to go buy any just to do this video. The other contender was the Prevost. I think that's how you say it. Most people say it Prevost. I think that's pronounced incorrectly. I think it's just Prevost. This is the green style, and if you look on the back of the package, they have multiple standards as well. They have the IRP Industrial Profile, which is the ISI blue button. They have the URP TrueFlate Profile, which is the USI red button. This is typically your IM standard. This is your automotive standard. And this is the standard that I went with, which is the ERP, the High Flow Profile, which is the ESI green button. They also have an ARP ASI yellow button profile. I didn't go with that. I've never used anything with that long of a nipple at the end of the coupler. I've always used the industrial standard, and I've experimented with the automotive standard. I can't really tell the difference between these two. It just depends on what you're doing in your shop, I guess, as to what you start setting up with in the beginning. Since I'm switching everything to high flow, I decided to go with high flow in this one as well. This one is going to be used solely on the paint gun and the actual paint hose. So again, minimizing quick connect couplers and fittings on that hose. This is fairly similar. Here's the male side, and I just got the female threads because all this is going to be doing is screwing into paint guns, and most of those have male threads at the end of the gun. Now I've just got my little cheap Harbor Freight gun here. I've taken the filter off. You can leave it on, it doesn't really matter. But in either case, as you can see, this will screw right onto the regulator without a filter and will seal. Or if you want that extra, I don't even know what this provides. I need to cut one of these open one day and see what's inside and see if they're even worth the $2 or $3 that you pay for them. And there you go. It's still same quick connect, one-handed operation. The nice thing about this is I won't be able to show you until I actually get some air pressure on it. Unlike the Milton brand that is made in China, these are actually made in England. And on the back of here, they actually have a Greenville, South Carolina, I guess, warehouse or shipping facility. They are sold in the USA, and they are made in England. It's kind of weird this doesn't say made in England or made anywhere, but Prevost is a English company or a European company, and they are indeed made in England. It's a very nice feel to it, and I know I went way overboard with trying to decide what coupler or what fitting to use, and you probably will too. They claim this Prevost body will flow up to, I believe it's 76 CFM, and as you can see, the male fittings are fairly similar in size. I'd have to actually get a micrometer out to tell the difference, but they look to be exactly the same diameter, and this one may be actually a little bit wider, but the body itself is probably a little bit more constrained on the Milton. I'm not going to take this one apart. We'll probably get into that in another video, but this is what I went with on the paint booth side of things, just to prevent any kind of mishaps and or accidents with a paint gun or hose coming off, just to have that extra safety precaution. So price on this setup, I believe these are still just as cheap as they ever were. These are like $1 a piece, $1.20 a piece, so not bad on the actual male side of the fitting. The female side of the body is where you're going to spend most of your money. Each one of these fittings are about $20. Now, if you remember, the entire Milton high flow kit, which is a 14-piece kit, was about the same price. I could not justify as many. Again, I bought 5 of these kits, and I only bought 1 of these bodies. So for about the same price, about $20. So this was around 18 to 20. This was around 20, 22, something like that. I couldn't justify, even though I wanted to. And you never know. If these things end up being a terrible decision, I may keep the ones in the package. And if all these other ones start leaking right away, then I'll return the rest of them. And I will be putting these in the entire shop. But as for right now, we're going to give these a try and see if they work. There's plenty of people that rave about them, plenty of people that love them. So with that being said, that's what I went with in the majority of my shop. There's no need for you to spend 2 days researching it. I've already done the research for you. Just go buy the Milton Color Fit High Flow Pro. I don't make any money. I'm not sponsored by any of this stuff. I don't even have the Amazon affiliate links in the description below. So I make absolutely zero money off of recommending either of these choices to you. So I have nothing to gain, nothing to lose, but that's what I decided to come up with. And maybe that'll help you along the way in your shop build. Last thing we're going to talk about is the hose that I have for the paint booth side of the shop. I went with a 3/8 inch diameter, 35-foot long hose. That's an important distinction. You don't want to go any longer than 35 feet on any paint shop or paint booth style hose. You're going to lose too much pressure over the length of the hose. Don't put a 50-foot, don't put a 40-foot. Don't put a 36-foot, put a 35-foot or less hose. The shorter the better. You want to keep that volume and that flow to the gun as repeatable and as stable as possible. So I went with the Flexzilla. As much as I wanted to buy the Prevost hose, there's a guy on YouTube, Obsessed Garage. Shout out to him. He does a lot of these style videos as well, where he'll compare and get things made from the manufacturer specifically for his customers. Again, I don't have anything to sell. I'm not trying to get you to buy anything, but there's plenty of paint shops using the Flexzilla hose. It is a hybrid style hose. It lays flat, no memory. It's a rubber PVC hybrid, and it's great. I have the Husky hybrid style hoses on my hose reels, my manual hose reels, and I have pure rubber on the Tekton hose reels. So I use a mix of rubber and hybrid hoses through the shop, just depending on its application. So I try to stick with rubber on anything that's going to be exposed to oils and or greases around the car or automobile or whatever I'm working on. And the PVC hybrid style hose gets basically any other cleaner operation, such as filling tires or just using a die grinder or something in a cleaner part where it's not going to be exposed to those oils and things like that all around the car. This is anodized aluminum. As we said before, anodized aluminum is not going to hold up as far as, you know, it's not going to be as industrial strength as some of the other brass style fittings. So they do just have a regular crimp connection on there, and that's probably just a barb fitting on the inside. So I went with just the standard Legacy Flexzilla 3/8 diameter hose with a 1/4 inch MPT, which fits all of my quick connect fittings or my Prevost hose. So this right here is how we're going to hook it up. We're going to have the Prevost quick connect coupler, goes to the male coupler, which goes to the paint gun. And then on the other side, we're just going to connect this straight into the bushing on the regulator on the 5-stage filtration system for the paint shop side of things. Again, you don't want to have two quick connect couplers restricting flow. You want this to be as open as possible. So we're only going to use one quick connect coupler, and then we're going to plumb this straight into the bushing. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications. That way you get in touch, in tune with all of the stuff we post as quick as we post it. Once again, we appreciate you watching. And until next time, if you're not going to watch this stuff, why don't you get out in your shop and go build something?